The Arctic was in chaos. A violent snowstorm raged across the icy wilderness, its howling winds blurring the line between sky and land. A polar bear stumbled through the storm, blood trailing behind her in the snow. She had been injured. An ice shard had sliced deep into her side, and the wound wouldn't stop bleeding. Her breaths were labored, her massive frame trembling from exhaustion. But she wasn't alone. Behind her, a tiny cub struggled to keep up, its cries barely audible against the roar of the wind. The mother bear collapsed into the snow, unable to go further. The cub circled her, nudging her desperately, as if begging her to stand. But she didn't move. Far away, a rescue team huddled inside their warm shelter, monitoring the storm. Suddenly, they heard a sound outside. They rushed to investigate and were stunned to see a small polar bear cub standing in the blizzard, crying out and pacing frantically. "It's trying to tell us something," one of the rescuers, Sarah, said. The cub turned and started walking back into the storm, stopping every few steps to look back at them. Without hesitation, the team grabbed their medical kits, bundled up, and followed. The cub led them through the blinding storm, and after what felt like an eternity, they saw her, the injured mother bear lying motionless in the snow. "She's alive," one of the team members whispered, relief washing over them. The team approached cautiously. The mother bear lifted her head weakly but didn't growl or resist. It was as if she knew they were there to help. The cub stayed close, watching the rescuers intently. They worked quickly, cleaning the wound and bandaging it to stop the bleeding. The mother bear winced but stayed still, her massive body trembling as the storm raged around them. Once stabilized, they loaded her onto a sled attached to their snowmobile. The cub climbed onto the sled beside her, refusing to leave her side. Slowly, the team made their way back to their base camp, where they could provide warmth and care. By morning, the storm had passed, and the mother bear's strength had returned. She stood shakily, looking at the rescuers with what felt like gratitude. The team guided the mother and cub out of the camp, watching as they disappeared into the vast, snowy wilderness. "That little cub saved her," Sarah said with a smile. In the endless Arctic, the bond between the mother bear and her cub reminded the rescuers of something greater, a powerful connection that even the fiercest storms couldn't break.